Welcome to episode 70 of G. Hallows Beer Reviews. This afternoon I will be reviewing Oettinger Pils. So this is a Pilsner from Germany. It's an import. It's quite popular here though because it is fairly priced. It's quite reasonably priced. It's on the cheaper side for an import. I know my friend or fellow beer tuber Jez reviewed this a couple of years back and he seemed to like it. So I've never had it before, but I'm looking forward to it. I picked it up. It does come in stubbies as well, but I picked it up in this 500 milliliter can, and it comes in at 4.7% alcohol by volume. Again, it's a typical import. There's a lot of information in the back here, but in all different languages. Yeah, just the English stuff just has the general ingredients, which you would expect. Yeah, online it gets reasonable reviews. Some people say it's nothing special, but others say it's not too bad. As I said, the most positive part, most people say it's a pretty reasonable beer for the price. So we'll see if that's true today as well. So without further delay, we'll crack it open. Okay, I've just got this iced pint glass, the Guinness pint glass. Okay, I'm picking up a zesty, fresh hoppy smell already. I'll just let that settle for a bit. Heads come up really well. Yeah, I didn't expect it to come up that well, but being this type of beer, sometimes the heads can be a bit thin, but yeah, it's quite good. It's quite tightly packed in there, thick consistency. It is an off-white colour. As for the head, it's over probably about 3 fingers ahead. For the appearance, carbonation is moderate. I wouldn't say it's excessive. I've seen more carbonated beers, but there's definitely a fair bit of carbonation there. For the colour, it's a straw golden colour. Typical colour you would expect of a Pilsner or a lager, but a little bit darker than some other Pilsners I've seen, I suppose. But yeah, it's your typical sort of straw golden colour. I'll just top this up a bit more. Okay, a little bit left in there, but I'll get that in a minute. The head's taking up a bit of room there. Okay, as for the smell, up front I'm smelling the malts. I'm getting quite a stronger malt smell than I thought I would. But there is in there the hops as well. I can get the citrus smell of the hops. It smells really good actually. It smells good. Okay, we'll get it all in there. I can't waste any. As you see, that looks pretty good. It does look very refreshing. Alright, the most important part, the taste test. Cheers. Up front, it's got that real hop bite to it. Yeah, that sort of stings your mouth a little bit, which is good. That's what you're looking for, particularly in a Pilsner. You would expect the hop bitterness to be pronounced in a Pilsner. It's definitely got that. It's got a nice malty sweetness there as well, but the bitterness is actually more pronounced than I thought it would be. Because this is rated as an average or an entry level beer. It's not a premium beer, according to drinkers online and everything else. So I didn't expect it to have that much of a bitterness in it. Some budget beers or cheaper beers, the bitterness can be lacking, but it's definitely not lacking in this beer. It's lingering in the palate after the sip. I'll just give it another go. Yeah, it is, yeah, as I said, very bitter, but that bitterness is quite refreshing. There's a nice even malt sweetness in the background there, but definitely the bitterness is what's pronounced in this. The hop bitterness. As for the hop citrus taste, that's not excessively strong. It is there slightly, but it's more just the bitterness that I'm picking up through the hops. Yeah, there isn't much of a zesty taste. It is there, but it's quite minimal. Not a bad Pils. It's not bad, especially for the price. It is quite cheap. I picked this up for $3 for the can, which is more than some other places you can get it at. I know you can get it even cheaper than that. And of course, buying single cans is not the most cost-effective way. So if you bought it a case, I think it is fairly reasonable. I'll just give it one more sip and I'll give it a score. Yeah, it's not a bad Pils. Its sessionability is quite high. The bitterness might turn off some people, particularly if they're Australian lager drinkers, because this is definitely a lot more bitter than that. Just due to the style, and it's a true German brew, and the Pilsens will be like that. So, yeah, it is a little bit more bitter than the standard Australian macro lager. So if that would turn you off, maybe steer away from it. But if you like that sort of thing, go and pick it up, and I think you'll like it. So in saying that, what would I give Oettinger Pils? I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's a reasonable pilsner. You know, it's a budget level pilsner. It is brewed in Germany, and we all know our German brothers and sisters really know how to brew a beer. So yeah, it is not bad at all. So 7 out of 10 for Oettinger Pils. Thanks for watching another G Hello Beer review, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.